Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week we're investigating whether DAWs actually do sound different. And I see this question regularly asked on places such as KVR and Gearspace, and it seems to be an extremely divided topic, with people on both sides being incredibly adamant that they do or they don't. So let's test it once and for all. So here we have essentially three types of sounds. We have a kick, a piano, and then a techno drum loop. The DAWs I'm testing are Cubase, Logic, Ableton Live, Reaper, Bitwig, and FL Studio. So I personally have Cubase, Live, and FL Studio, and then I had friends import these samples and then render out for Logic, Reaper, and Bitwig. I'm using Cubase as the control group, and then when we click on the next one, such as Logic for example, you can see that this little button is on, which inverts the polarity of that channel. And that's the same for all these channels, i.e. everything other than the control group of Cubase. So let's have a listen to our first sound, which is the kick. And when I unmute Logic, if these DAWs sound the same, you should hear absolute silence. And indeed we can. We can see some output here because that's in the Logic channel, but when I go up to the kick, into the group, we can see that there is nothing here. So these two are exactly offsetting each other. In other words, there is perfect phase cancellation. So Cubase and Logic sound identical. Let's now do the same for Ableton Live. And we will keep the focus on the group, see what's happening here. Once again, these two are identical. Looking good so far. Let's move on to Reaper. So far, Logic and Live have been exactly the same. Let's have a look at Reaper. That's interesting. So I can't hear anything, but we can certainly see there's a little bit of content coming through. So they're not identical, which I find interesting. Let's do the same for Bitwig. That's interesting. They're a little bit different also. Okay. Interesting that the first two were fine and then these ones are really different. Let's go FL Studio and we'll have to focus on the group. So I can't hear anything, but we can certainly see that there is a difference. So let's close that and let's see if we go to the piano and see if we can get more insight there. This is just Cubase, this is just the source sound, what we're listening to. Once again, let's unmute Logic and we'll focus on the group. Absolutely nothing coming through. So once again, Logic perfectly nulls with Cubase. Ableton, let's go to the group. Once again, nothing. Now Reaper was where the first one started to show some misalignment, or difference I should say. So let's have a look at Reaper in this case. And once again, there's something coming through for Reaper. Let's do the same for Bitwig. Again, Bitwig has a difference there. And let's see if it's the same once again for FL. And indeed it is. So once again, Reaper, Bitwig and FL show exactly the same difference as they did on the kick. Really interesting. Let's go across to the loop now. Let's have a listen to this loop on Cubase. Absolutely awesome, that loop actually. And Logic, once again. Nothing, absolute silence. Let's go to Ableton. On the group. Once again, absolute silence. So the same trend. Let's go to Reaper. On the group. Once again, we have that difference. Bitwig, we can still see there's something coming through. And FL on the group. So once again, we have these three that are showing a difference. So let's go back to Reaper on the group. I'm going to turn that right up and see if we can hear what that noise is. Is it just noise coming through or is there something else coming through? So let's turn up, we'll go quite loud, and then all we should be hearing is the difference, that noise kind of content that's coming through. Let's see if we can hear or make out what that is.
Have you tried Reaper? Have you tried Reaper?
Wow, that's interesting. Let's do the same for Bitwig then. Let's see if that has a similar message it's subliminally telling us. And once again, I'm just turning up the gain on the group here. So we're only hearing the difference between these two channels.
Grow eine Hipsterbeard. Grow eine Hipsterbeard.
So in a robotic Berlin accent, we're being told to grow a beard. Let's have a look at FL Studio. What's this message telling us?
Mommy lets me make beats. Mommy lets me make beats.
Well, there we go. Unrefutable proof that, well, at least Reaper, Bitwig, and FL sound different to Cubase, Ableton, and Logic. Hopefully now we can finally put that question to rest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.